2017, and relied on the submission to the plan of false invoices for chiropractic, dental, and wellness services that were never provided. As alleged, travel records, email, GPS data, and other evidence shows that the defendants who purportedly received medical and dental services at a location on a particular date were often nowhere near the provider's offices when the claimed services were supposedly provided. The plan accepted the false claims as submitted and paid out many of them. Each defendant fraudulently sought reimbursement ranging from approximately $65,000 to as much as $420,000 per defendant. For example, one of the charged defendants, Gregory Smith, submitted a claim to the plan stating that he received IV sedation, root canals, and crowns on 8 teeth at a dentist's office in Beverly Hills on December 20, 2018, at a total cost of almost $48,000. But Smith was nowhere near Beverly Hills or even in the state of California on December 20, 2018. Travel records, email, and publicly available box scores show that he was playing professional basketball in Taiwan that week and did not receive eight root canals in Beverly Hills as represented in the claim form he submitted. In particular instances, the co-conspirators submitted false claims that reflected the same purported procedures on the same teeth on the same dates. For example, 3 of the charged defendants, Ronald Glenn Davis, Anthony Roten, and Anthony Allen, purportedly had root canals on the same 6 teeth on April 30, 2016, and crowns on the same 6 teeth on May 11, 2016. Roten and Allen each also purportedly had root canals on the same 13 teeth on September 6, 2018, and crowns on the same 12 teeth on October 2, 2018. In exchange for Williams providing them fraudulent invoices to support their false claims, many of the co-conspirators paid Williams kickbacks. Williams received approximately $230,000 in kickback payments from other defendants. And as we allege, when one defendant failed to pay Williams a kickback, Williams tried to frighten the player into re-engaging with Williams by impersonating an employee from the plan's administrative manager and claiming that there was an issue with the defendant's invoice that might require him to pay back the plan. All 19 defendants are charged with conspiracy to commit health care fraud and also wire fraud. Terrence Williams is additionally charged with aggravated identity theft for impersonating the plan employee. My office and our law enforcement partners will apply our resources to expose healthcare fraud and to hold accountable those engaged in illegal conduct. Now, a case like this is only possible through the hard work of our law enforcement partners. I am joined by my good friend, Assistant Director in charge of the FBI's New York Field Office, Michael J. Driscoll. I want to thank Assistant Director Driscoll and the dedicated team at the FBI NYPD Healthcare Fraud Task Force for their great work on this ongoing investigation. I also want to thank our partners in the FBI throughout the country who helped further this case, including with their assistance this morning in making arrests around the country. And lastly, I want to acknowledge and thank the career prosecutors in my office handling the case, Christy Greenberg, Ryan Finkel, and their supervisors, Tim Howard and Krista Macy, the chiefs of the office's Complex Frauds and Cybercrime Unit. And now I want to call to the podium Assistant Director Michael J. Driscoll.
Good morning. I want to thank everyone for joining us this morning for this important announcement. And thank you to Audrey for hosting us this morning. As Audrey explained earlier today, we've indicted 18 former NBA players and 1 spouse for conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud and wire fraud in connection with this scheme to defraud the National Basketball Association's Health and Welfare Benefit Plan. This scheme, which lasted for about 3 years, from 2017 through 2020, inflicts a significant loss to the healthcare industry, something we take very seriously. Terrence Williams, who you've heard mentioned already this morning, orchestrated the fraud by providing others with false provider invoices. And in total, the defendants have attempted to bill the insurance plan of close to $4 million, and resulting in payouts, as you heard Audrey explain a little earlier, close to $2.5 million. This industry loses tens of billions of dollars a year to fraud. These costs are then passed on to businesses and customers. That's a fraud we take very seriously. This remains an ongoing investigation, and we will continue to pursue those involved in this kind of fraud. I want to thank the United States Attorney and your very aggressive office for taking this on. And I want to congratulate our Healthcare Fraud Task Force, which includes our partners from the NYPD, and as well as make a specific thanks to the FBI offices around the country that helped us conduct these arrests this morning. So thank you all for joining us.
These players, or these employers facing financial difficulties and not just the motive. Can you tell us where is Mr. Williams currently as the alleged ringleader of this scheme?
There's nothing in the indictment about the financial circumstances of any of the defendants whom we've arrested, so I can't comment on that. And Mr. Williams is, I think, under arrest at this point. Under arrest. Yes?
Washington State.
In Washington State.
And if I could follow up, medical practitioners, were their doctor's offices complicit? Were they victimized? Were their identities taken? How did they get dentist offices and chiropractic?
The current indictment does not answer any of those questions, so I can't address them, but it is an ongoing investigation.
You're able to say, did the NBA bring this to your office? We're able to talk about, I know the answer, but
Yeah.
and assuming it can, Big Davis made like $34 million as an NBA player. Why would they? Why do this?
Well, again, I can't answer that question. It's certainly not addressed in the indictment, and you'll have to take that question someplace else. I can't answer it.
Are any current players under investigation?
Again, not mentioned in the indictment. I can't address it.
And who are the three who have been arrested?
I don't have that handy, but
Sure. So it's Christopher Douglas Roberts, Eddie Robinson, and Anthony Allen.
Well, so Alan hasn't been arrested, but his wife has.
Correct.
First of all, you said lines. I'm curious about what began the investigation or how you came across this. I think I maybe know the answer to.
yeah, the answer is that it's not in the indictment, so we can't address it. But you know, as Assistant Director Driscoll has said, this is an area that the FBI and we maintain an interest in, and we are always looking at and looking for information that will help us make cases like this in order to make the point we're making today.
Aaron, maybe does the investigation continue, or?
Yes, I can say the investigation is continuing, yes.
And if you would entertain slightly off topic, we assume this may be the last time we see you in this particular forum.
Yes.
I wondered if you could say a word about your tenure and also your successor.
Well, my tenure will end. Everybody here, I'm sure, is aware that Damian Williams has been confirmed by the Senate. There are two steps that remain to the process. One is that the president has to sign a commission, and then he has to be sworn in by the chief district judge of our district. Those are things that are underway, so I think it is not long before Damian will be assuming the position of United States Attorney. And I just want to add that he is well known to our office. We think he's a extremely talented lawyer and a really natural leader, and will be a wonderful U.S. attorney for our district.
Audrey, just to maybe reiterate a question Aaron asked, can you reflect on your time here at this office, and what do you take away from it as you are set to depart following that process?
Well, this is my second round at being in the U.S. Attorney's Office. I was originally a line assistant, but being, as I have been now, the counsel to the U.S. Attorney, the deputy, and then as of June of 2020, the U.S. Attorney, it has been a great privilege and honor, something that I was not planning or expecting to have happen, but I was privileged to do it, and I was mostly privileged to get to know all of the wonderful assistants and other leaders of this office who are just such excellent lawyers and represent the best values in the administration of justice. They want to do the right thing for the right reason. So I'm very proud of them and proud to have served with them.
During your tenure, one of your cases is Glenn Maxwell, and obviously Epstein
Yes.
started already. I don't know if you can comment on how you lead that case and if there's anything else expected, any other charges?
Well, that case is being prepared for trial. There's a trial date, and I think that trial will be going on in the very near future. You'll all be able to follow it.
And you said, your predecessor said Chris Anderson has not never cooperated. Is that still the case?
I'm not going to comment on that.
I'll back on this topic. Your indictment says 2017 to 2019. When did the NBA and its help become aware of this problem?
I can't comment on that.
And you spoke about the crowns, the multiple.
Yes.
Is that because Mr. Williams provided duplicate applications of forms to these players? Is that the main?
Well, we do allege in the indictment that it was Williams who was providing these claim forms to the co-conspirator. So I can comment on that. Yes, he was providing forms that led to what I described, the same treatment on the same date, the same teeth, crowns, and root canals. Yes.
And were they all claiming the same office as well?
I don't know that we get into that level of detail, so I can't.
And that was Roden, Allen, and Davis?
Yes. Yes, correct. Thank you all.
Good job.